Hello, greetings all of you, dear friends, fellow Africans in the continent, and to all of you who are in the diaspora. While Trump is threatening to cut aid to African countries, Niger has banned French aid group and ordered the International Committee of Red Cross to leave the country immediately. Terminating its agreement with the organization, some foreign staff have already began departing, and the International Committee of Red Cross closed all offices in the capital Niamey on this week. The government has also mandated the closure of all International Committee of the Red Cross nationwide, and the immediate departure of all foreign personnel. There's no enough information about the reasons for this decision. So the International Committee for the Red Cross has been active in Niger since 1990, focusing on providing aid to victims of violence perpetrated by jihadist groups linked to Al-Qaeda and the Islamic States. This move is part of broader trend by Niger's military leader, who have emphasized national sovereignty since seizing power in July 2023. The leaders has distanced itself from former colonial ruler France instead of strengthening a tie with fellow military leaders in Burkina Faso and Mali, as well as with cooperation with Russia. Yes, it means that Niger does not need any kind of aid from Western countries except Russia. So, and the reason why Niger has remained with Russia. So let us go and listen a little bit from Professor Pierre Lumumba concerning about why Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali are in friendship with Russia.
And Russia was not in many of these cases a participant in the intimate way that the Western powers were. And it is in this regard, therefore, that when regimes which gained power through what under the Malabo Protocol is called unconstitutional changes of power, that they were inviting the Russians to protect them. This invitation has been seen, as I've already indicated, in Central African Republic, in Bangui, the Bangui administration. We have seen this invitation in the government in Niamey, in Niger. And sometimes this happens particularly in Niamey, when they seized the uranium mines and the French were ordered out and Western forces were ordered out. The Niamey administration in Niger said, we don't have the capacity. Therefore, we are inviting a friendly power to train us and to offer us a temporary protection as we protect our mines. So the Russian presence is seen in that regard. Of course, a little earlier when the Wagner Group were operating as an independent entity, they were seen to be almost in the nature of mercenaries. But with the death of their leader and the rationalization of their participation and their renaming as the African Corps, it is seen as a beachhead for the Russian administration to try and engage these particular countries. And it is not lost on me that the Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov has been in those countries quite a bit with a view to explaining and deepening that relationship.
In January, Interior Minister Jelo Mahamudu Toemba announced the measure to monitor and supervise NGOs and development organizations, citing concerns about associations with partners alleged supporting terrorists. Previous in November, Niger banned the French humanitarian NGOs acted and local non-profit APBE, revoking their licenses. So, kings and queens, ladies and gentlemen, Niger has decided to take that step, no more relying on foreign aid. So, all offices of the Committee of the Red Cross is going to be shut down in Niger. So don't be ashamed to take your actions. So the way Trump is doing, also Africans, we have mandate to decide for our future. So kings and queens, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, that is the decision made in Niger to close all Red Cross offices in the country. So I'm waiting to hear from you, but that is what's happening in Niger.